folks, Turbine Guy coming back at you out on Lake Minnetonka today. And as we all know, it's been a crazy winter up here in Minnesota. It was cold early on, then it warmed up, got a bunch of snow, then we had rain, and then snow. Now some more rain coming back, and still February. Very, very unusual year. And the weather's been so erratic and dramatic that it makes one sit back and ponder about the global climate crisis. And what can you do? What can we do? What can the little person do? What can the Turbine Guy do to help make a difference? Well, as you all know, I've been pushing these micro wind turbines not as a solution to the problem, but as part of the solution. Modern, quiet, make electricity on site, just like the solar right next to it does. Just a great addition to the renewable product line. But there are problems. My city has been after me for well over a decade for something like that. Nothing bigger than a flagpole. They've thrown me in jail. They've done all kinds of stuff in the last decade in their anti-green agenda. Their climate-denying agenda up at Orono City Hall. And it still hasn't ended. Now, as I said, there's my house. And this is Orono right here on Lake Minnetonka. But if we look way across over there, that's Spring Park's water tower. And then I can see Mound right over here. And right around the corner on the other side over there is Minnetrista. So you've got 3 cities just touching this one little bay. And you know, Lake Minnetonka itself has 12 different communities that are touching Lake Minnetonka. And every single one of them can have an effect on the lake quality and everything else that affects all the other communities. And that's what we have to get Orono to understand here is, even though Orono thinks it's this one little bastion and they can do what they want, the world is changing. The world is going a different way. You see, because what happens in Orono doesn't just affect people in Orono, as we just saw with the Lake Minnetonka example. It can affect people in Minnesota, the United States, and all the people of the world when it comes to the climate crisis. But not just the people. How about all the critters and all the failing ecosystems that are affected as well? That's why we have to get these people off their climate-denying platforms and get them on board. Get them to understand that when you are denying people the opportunity to purchase and install renewable products such as this micro wind turbine, that you are doing a couple of things other than contributing to carbon pollution. You are also preventing people from taking advantage of 136 programs, policies, and incentives that are available to people here in Minnesota. You are preventing people in the city of Orono from directly accessing federal funds made available to them so they can do their part to help turn the tide on carbon pollution. You know, we got to think about this. We got to start thinking outside the box. We have rallied up at Orono City Hall. We petitioned. People have protested. We've done just about everything we could, and nothing's working. So what's next? I'll tell you what. Turbine Guy's got an idea. I'm going to go mull it over. Maybe I'll let you know soon. Let's talk to them people up at City Hall. Let's get them to understand that they have to jump on board with the rest of Minnesota who's going green, with the rest of the United States who's going green, and with the rest of the world who's moving towards a green agenda. Turbine Guy, signing off.